They left him cold by the canyon wall, with a bullet mark in a gambler's call. Put 2 coins on his tired eyes, then toasted loud to a dead man's lies. But midnight came with a cold black wind, and the earth split wide where they buried him. A hand rose up through the desert sand, with fire in the dead man's hand. The bar went quiet, the whiskey sour, the town clock froze at the devil's hour. Then a voice outside made the brave men stand. There's fire in the dead man's hand. Fire in the dead man's hand. Judgment walking through the land. He burned his name in the sinner's sand. Fire in the dead man's hand. No chain, no grave, no 6-foot plan. Hell paid attention to the fire in the dead man's hand. The banker hid in the upstairs room with stolen deeds and a silver spoon. The judge kept praying to a cracked white wall, but mercy never came at all. He kicked the door with a thunder sound, said, everybody here knows what went down. You sold my blood for a piece of land. Now answer to the fire in a dead man's hand. The stained glass broke, the lanterns cried, the preacher ran, and the saints all lied, and the devil watched from the black ridge span, afraid of the fire in the dead man's hand. Fire in the dead man's hand. Judgment walking through the land. He burned his name in the sinner's sand. Fire in the dead man's hand. No chain, no grave, no 6-foot plan. Hell paid attention to the fire in the dead man's hand. They thought death was a door that only opened one way. They thought dirt was the end of what a wrong man could say. But I woke up below with my heart still damned, and God help the guilty when fire finds a hand. I don't want silver, I don't want land, I want truth burning in the dead man's hand. To the fire in the dead man's hand. Fire in the dead man's hand. Smoke on the courthouse floor. One last warning at the devil's door. When the red dust rises and the church bells slam, you'll know who's coming. Fire in the dead man's hand. preacher's tune. Spurs rang loud on the canyon stone, like death had finally found its own. He had ash on his coat and fire in his eyes, a mouthful of truth and a fistful of lies. The coyotes cried when he crossed that line, and the devil checked the hour like he was running out of time. They said he burned in the valley below, where no grass lives and no clean winds blow. But the hoofbeats came like a funeral drum, and every sinner knew what was coming on. Black horse, red moon, riding straight through a dead saloon. Fire in his hands, dust in his lungs. Hell got quiet when the outlaw come. Black horse, red moon, no grave, no chain, no mercy soon. If you hear those boots, you best make room for the black horse under the red moon. Bartender whispered that man ain't real, then dropped his glass when he heard the steel. The piano died in the middle of a note when the outlaw stepped in wearing death like a coat. He said, I ain't looking for trouble tonight, I'm just collecting what was stolen in the light. A man can forgive what a coward confesses, but blood still answers when the whole town blesses. The windows shook, the whiskey ran, the sheriff forgot he was a brave old man. And out in the dark, where the hell winds bloom, stood a black horse under a red moon. Black horse, red moon, riding straight through a dead saloon. Fire in his hands, dust in his lungs. Hell got quiet when the outlaw come. Black horse, red moon, no grave, no chain, no mercy soon. If you hear those boots, you best make room for the black horse under the red moon. I rode through places men don't name, I drank from smoke, I slept in flame. The devil said, you're mine by right. I said, then ride with me tonight. No law behind me, no God in sight, just a red moon burning and a dead man's ride. Desert turns silent and the bar lights die, you'll hear that horse where the damned men ride. cross, with a blackened name and a family loss. His daddy swung from a cottonwood limb, and the whole West lied about killing him. His mama buried a Bible deep, where the coyotes howl and the sinners sleep. She said, son, don't trust no holy hand. You come from the bloodline of the damned. They hunted his name through dust and flame, but every grave called back the same. Then the red moon rose and the black hill slammed for the bloodline of the damned. Bloodline of the damned, fire in the sand, born with a curse and a gun in his hand. No chain, no prayer, no law, man. Hell knows the name of the bloodline of the damned. He rode to town with his father's coat and a dead man's letter in his throat. The sheriff said, boy, turn around. He said, your sins are buried under this ground. The banker ran, the judge went pale, the chapel shook like a coffin nail. He said, I ain't the first that your lies have killed, but I'll be the last one standing still. The lanterns died, the floorboards moaned, the devil scratched at the undertone, and every coward in that lawless land fear the bloodline of the damned. Bloodline of the damned, fire in the sand, born with a curse and a gun in his hand. No chain, no prayer, no law, man. Hell knows the name of the bloodline of the damned. My father died with truth in his mouth. My mother lived with grief in her bones. They called us cursed, they called us damned, but sometimes the damned are just the ones who won't kneel. Father's blood, mother's flame, I carried both inside my name. And a gun in his hand. No chain, no prayer, no law, man. Hell knows the name of the bloodline of the damned. Bloodline of the damned. Bloodline of the damned. Smoke on the plains. Smoke on the plains. One last outlaw, breaking every chain. When the red dust rises and the black hills stand, the west still whispers, bloodline of the damned. pine wood lid, and the night turned cold when the coffin split. They had carved his name with a crooked knife, said he paid the price for a wicked life. But the ground don't keep what the fire still claims, and the dead man rose with a mouth full of flames. The preacher screamed to get back below, but the outlaw laughed in the lantern glow. Then the black wind came and the church bell slammed, and the grave digger ran. The grave digger ran when the dead man stood with fire in his eyes and revenge in his blood. No prayer, no shame, no righteous hand. Hell held its breath when the grave digger ran. He walked uptown with his coat torn wide, black rain falling from the red night sky. The men who swore he would never return felt their whiskey and the courage burn. He said, I ain't here for a shallow stone, I'm here for the debt that you call your own. You put my bones where the worms could crawl, now I brought judgment for you all. The courthouse shook, the windows cried, every liar looked for a place to hide. But down that street with a black hat brim, the grave came walking back with him. The grave digger ran when the dead man stood with fire in his eyes and revenge in his blood. No prayer, no chain, no righteous hand. Hell held its breath when the grave digger ran. I ain't the ghost they warned you about, I'm the debt they buried wrong. I'm the boot step in the hallway, I'm the last note in the center song. You should have dug deeper, you should have prayed longer, you should have feared the quiet before I came back stronger. Dirt in my teeth, smoke in my hand, I rose from the pit and the grave digger ran. Chapel flame, past the broken bell that screamed his name. If you dig by moonlight, where the cursed winds blow, don't bury a man that hell won't hold. of sins. The chapel lights went cold and blue when the whole town knew who was passing through. They buried him once by the sinner's well, with a cracked old cross and a story to sell. But the ground don't sleep when the truth is sore, and that night the saints locked their doors. The preacher cried, "Don't let him in." The choir shook like leaves in wind. Then his boots hit stone on the church house floor, and the saints locked their doors. The saints locked their doors when the dead man came, with dust in his lungs and a mouth full of flame. No prayer rang out, no mercy roared. Hell started laughing when the saints locked their doors. The judge was hiding by the altar rail, with a shaking hand and a face gone pale. The sheriff begged for a righteous sign, but his badge turned black in the candle shine. The outlaw said, "You called it law when you fed my name to the devil's jaw. Now every lie that you dressed in grace has come back wearing my face." The stained glass cracked, the bell rope swung, the psalms went dead on every tongue, and the devil leaned through the western storm to watch fear take a holy form. The saints locked their doors when the dead man came, with dust in his lungs and a mouth full of flame. No prayer rang out, no mercy roared. Hell started laughing when the saints locked their doors. I was not buried by sinners, I was buried by clean hands, men who smiled on Sunday and bled me dry by Monday. So don't ask why I came back angry. Ask why heaven stayed quiet. No wide road, no open gates, just black dirt rising where judgment waits. Saints locked their doors when the dead man came, with dust in his lungs and a mouth full of flame. No prayer rang out, no mercy roared. Hell started laughing when the saints locked their doors. The saints locked their doors, but sin still screamed. The dead man walked through a holy dream. when the chapel turns quiet and the black rain pours. Listen for boots where the saints lock their doors. They built the rope from preacher's twine underneath a blood-red sign. The hangman stood with shaking hands while the outlaw smiled across the sand. He had a scar from a bullet's kiss and a name that lived on a devil's list. The crowd went cold when he raised his head, like a man who'd already made peace with the dead. They said, "Any last words before you swing?" He said, "Tell hell I ain't wearing its ring." Then the sky cracked wide and the church bells cursed when the hangman dropped down and prayed first. The hangman prayed first when the black robe burned, the dead dust rose, and the whole town learned you don't bury fire, you don't chain the cursed. When the outlaw left, the hangman prayed first. The rope snapped hard like a thunderbone, and he hit the ground like judgment stone. The sheriff ran with a silver gun, but the outlaw stood where shadows run. He said, "I was sold for a rich man's lie, left for the buzzards and the desert sky. Now I'm back with a debt to claim, and I brought a little hellfire wearing my name." The moon went black, the lanterns failed, the sinners screamed and the righteous paled. And somewhere deep where the demons thirst, the devil heard that hangman pray first. The hangman prayed first when the black robe burned, the dead dust rose, and the whole town learned you don't bury fire, you don't chain the cursed. When the outlaw left, the hangman prayed first. I ain't afraid of rope, I ain't afraid of flame. I've had death call me brother and hell speak my name. But when a guilty man prays, he don't pray to be saved, he prays the thing he buried don't climb out of the grave. I came from dirt, I came from thirst, I saw fear kneel when the hangman prayed first. Bible full of bullets, a soul that wouldn't hurt. You don't bury fire, you don't chain the cursed. When the outlaw rose, the hangman prayed first. So when the rope starts swaying and the red moon comes down, don't stand too close to that judgment ground. Wall, said that's the end of him, boys, that's all. But the coat kept dripping with graveyard rain, and every thread still spoke his name. At midnight sharp, the lanterns died, a horse screamed out on the far west side. The coat fell down with a thunder crack, and the whole town knew that Black Coat came back. The judge dropped low, the sheriff prayed, the preacher forgot every word he made. Then boots hit wood and the windows cracked when the man in the black coat came back. The black coat came back with fire in the seams, with hell in his footsteps and blood in his dreams. No rope, no grave, no six-gun attack could keep him down when the Black Coat came back. He walked through town like a funeral storm, with a dead man's face and a sinner reborn. The men who lied for a piece of land felt judgment crawl from his right hand. He said, I wore this coat when they took my breath, I wore this coat when I wrestled death. Now every button, every burn, every seam carries the truth of your dirty dream. The barred door slammed, the piano fell, the devil leaned out from the mouth of hell, then turned away down a railroad track when he saw that the Black Coat came back. The Black Coat came back with fire in the seams, with hell in his footsteps and blood in his dreams. No rope, no grave, no six-gun attack could keep him down when the Black Coat came back. They took my name, they took my land, they took my breath with their clean white hands, but they left this coat, and a coat remembers every bullet, every lie, every ember. Black cloth burning, red dust track. Death looked away when the Black Coat came back. When the coach starts moving on the jailhouse rack, run for the hills. The black coat came back. Found him bleeding by the chapel stairs, with a Bible torn and unanswered prayers. The preacher said his soul is gone, but the dead man's boots kept marching on. He had ash in his beard and blood on his sleeve, a heart too mean for the grave to keep. When he crossed that town in the cold moonlight, even the angels locked the gates up tight. They said hell had called him by his name, but hell spit him back through smoke and flame. Then heaven turned and the black bells shake, for the outlaw heaven wouldn't take. He was the outlaw heaven wouldn't take. Hell couldn't hold him, death couldn't break. He rose from fire with a loaded fate. The outlaw heaven wouldn't take. No prayer could clean him, no grave could make him stay. He came back burning like judgment on the way. The sheriff said you best stand down, but his voice went weak when the smoke came round. The judge hid low behind courthouse wood, while the outlaw smiled like thunderwood. He said, I ain't here for your mercy line, I came for the truth you buried with mine. You sold my soul for a rich man's plate, now I'm what heaven wouldn't take. The lanterns cracked, the horses screamed, the devil woke from a whiskey dream, and the whole west knew when the black doors shake. He was the outlaw heaven wouldn't take. He was the outlaw heaven wouldn't take. Hell couldn't hold him, death couldn't break. He rose from fire with a loaded fate. The outlaw heaven wouldn't take. No prayer could clean him, no grave could make him stay. He came back burning like judgment on the way. I knocked on heaven. They knew my face. They said, son, you're carrying too much smoke for this place. So I turned back west, where the bad men sleep, and gave hell a reason to pray for peace. No white gate, no saving light, just black dust rising in the dead of night. judgment on the way. He was smoke on the altar, a curse in the rain, a dead man walking with a living flame. When the chapel doors tremble and the red skies wake, don't pray for the outlaw, heaven wouldn't take. The barroom feared his name before. His boots came through that swinging door. The whiskey turned to smoke and shame when the dead man's shadow touched the flame. There were bullet holes in his long black coat and a hangman scar around his throat. He laid one shell by the candlelight, said, "Boys, we settle accounts tonight." The card hands froze, the piano quit. The devil himself leaned back from it. Then the floorboards groaned like they knew the game, and the barroom feared his name. The barroom feared his name. The fire knew his face. He came back from dying with hell out of place. No bottle, no bullet, no sinner's claim could stand in the smoke when the barroom feared his name. The sheriff had sold him for cattle land, with a silver badge and a shaking hand. The mayor poured lies in a crystal glass, but truth walked in like a thunderclap. He said, "I heard you laughing when they cut me down. I heard you cheering from the edge of town. Now every toast that you raised for me is coming back with interest and misery." The lamps burned blue, the windows cracked. The guilty prayed, but no prayer came back. And out in the street where the red dust flamed, the whole West feared his name. The barroom feared his name. The fire knew his face. He came back from dying with hell out of place. No bottle, no bullet, no sinner's claim could stand in the smoke when the barroom feared his name. I ain't here to drink, I ain't here to laugh. I came for the cowards who wrote my epitaph. You put my name in the dirt, now I'll put yours in the flame. And by sunrise, this bar will remember my name. No last call, no mercy game. The dead walked in, and the barroom feared his name. outlaw returned with a grave in his eyes. When the last glass falls and the red lamps fade, don't whisper too loud what the dead man made. Tavern wall with a knife and a preacher's call. Said he owed blood, said he owed sin, said no man rides out clean again. He came back wearing a coal black vest with a burn mark carved across his chest. Laid one coin on the barroom wood, said that's all I owe, and I paid it good. The judge went pale, the sheriff froze, the candle flames bent down low, and the dead man smiled and the room went wet with the cold hard weight of a dead man's dead. Dead man's dead, paid in fire, black smoke rising from the liar's choir. No grave, no rope, no last regret. Hell keeps counting on the dead man's debt. He rode through rain that smelled like rust, past a chapel drowned in desert dust. Every name that had done him wrong was beaten inside like a war drum song. He said, I ain't here to beg for grace, I came to put fear in a guilty face. You sold my soul for a banker's breath, now you answer to a dead past death. The piano cracked, the whiskey spilled, every brave man lost his will, and the devil leaned from the black sunset just to witness that dead man's dead. Dead man's dead, paid in fire, black smoke rising from the liar's choir. No grave, no rope, no last regret. Hell keeps counting on a dead man's dead. I heard every coin hit the table, I heard every coward say my name. But when a man is buried with unfinished fire, the dirt becomes a doorway. And tonight, I came to settle the bill. My breath, I came back living on a dead man's debt. From the liar's choir. is uptight. Here comes a dead man's death. They said no grace lives west of hell, where the burned men ride and the church bells fell. But he came walking through the red dust wide, with a dead man's grin and a fire inside. His coat was torn, his boots were black, had 3 old scars running down his back. The bartender crossed himself too late when the outlaw stepped through the devil's gate. They left him low by the sinner's well, swore his soul had gone to hell. But the grave coughed smoke and the night wind yelled, there ain't no grace west of hell. No grace west of hell, no mercy in the sand, just fire in his shadow and judgment in his hand. He don't kneel, he don't beg, he don't run when the black bells kneel. The devil knows his name too well. No grace west of hell. The sheriff said, boy, this town is mine, with a trembling gun and a crooked spine. The outlaw said, you sold my blood and buried the truth in holy mud. The windows cracked, the piano died, every guilty man lost his pride. He laid one shell on the barroom floor, said, that's the sound of settling scores. The moon turned red, the candles fell, the preacher whispered, Lord, farewell. And somewhere deep where the dead men dwell, they sang no grace west of hell. No grace west of hell, no mercy in the sand, just fire in his shadow and judgment in his hand. He don't kneel, he don't beg, he don't run when the black bells kneel. The devil knows his name too well. No grace west of hell. I asked for mercy once, they gave me rope. I asked for truth, they buried hope. So I came back mean, with a knife in my chest, and I left forgiveness back east with the rest. No white light, no saving spell, just boots in the dust west of hell.
Judgment in his hand. He don't kneel, he don't beg, he don't run when the black bells knell. The devil knows his name too well.
No grace west of hell.
No grace west of hell. Just smoke and broken chains. A dead man riding thunder
through the devil's rain. When the black road bends and the chapel starts to swell, don't look for mercy. There's no grace west of hell. The barroom floor like a death knock at a sinner's door. The whole room froze when he stepped inside, with a burned black coat and a dead man's stride. He had smoke in his lungs and a scar on his jaw, a Bible verse and a broken law. The bartender whispered, "Lord, he's back," and the candles died down to black. They put him down by the canyon wall, swore no man could rise from that fall. But the grave shook loose and the dirt split wide when his rusted spurs came alive. Rusted spurs at midnight, fire walking through the dust. Dead men don't come easy, but vengeance always does. He don't beg, he don't bleed, he don't run from a fight. Hell heard him coming with rusted spurs at midnight. The sheriff reached for a trembling gun, said, "Boy, your living days are done." The outlaw smiled with a graveyard grin, said, "I died once, I won't die again." The floorboards cracked under every step. The guilty men held their final breath. He said, "You buried truth beneath red clay. Now I'm here to drag it back today." The moon went low, the coyotes cried. The devil watched with bloodshot eyes, and through the smoke of a barroom fight came rusted spurs at midnight.
Rusted spurs at midnight, fire walking through the dust. Dead men don't come easy, but vengeance always does. He don't beg, he don't bleed, he don't run from a fight. Hell heard him coming with rusted spurs at midnight. I heard the dirt close over me. I heard them laugh above my grave. But the West don't forget blood, and the dead don't forgive cowards. So I sharpened my name in the dark and walked back wearing thunder. No cross could save them, no bell could hide. I came back walking from the other side. Rusted spurs at midnight. Rusted spurs at midnight. Blood on the floor. One last shadow at the devil's door. When the saloon goes silent and the black lamps die, listen for the iron where dead men ride. There's one more sinner lost. The red dirt on his broken chest, then rode back home like men at rest. But the ground got hot when the midnight came, and the stone cracked wide around his name. A black crow screamed from the chapel frame, like hell itself had lost the game. The preacher whispered, Lord, have mercy. The sheriff reached for his gun too late. Then a boot hit dirt from 6 feet under, and the devil locked his gate. Hell couldn't hold his name, fire couldn't own his soul. He came back meaner than thunder, with a heart made out of coal. No grave, no chain, no sinner's flame. The devil bowed his head in shame. Hell couldn't hold his name. He walked through town with a preacher's stare, smoke in his coat and blood in his hair. The men sold him for a sack of gold,
felt their prayers turn dead and cold. He said, I ain't here to beg or bleed, I'm here to collect what belongs to me. You buried a man, but you raised a storm. Now every liar here gets warned. The windows shook, the bar lights died, the whiskey burned and the cowards cried. When he carved his truth in the courthouse frame, the West remembered his name. Hell couldn't hold his name, fire couldn't own his soul. He came back meaner than thunder, with a heart made out of coal. No grave, no chain, no sinner's flame. The devil bowed his head in shame. Hell couldn't hold his name. I heard them laughing when the dirt fell. I heard every lie they told. But down there in the dark, something older than fear woke up. And when hell asked for my name, I gave it theirs. I rose with smoke, I came with blame. I burned through death and kept my name. A curse in the canyon, a shadow wrapped in flame, a dead man walking westward with judgment in his veins. When the desert wind starts screaming and the chapel bells complain, don't speak too loud after midnight. Hell couldn't hold his name. They dug 6 holes by the county line for 6 bad men with borrowed time. The sheriff swore by the morning sun that Outlaw's dead would be done. But the wind came low and the sky turned red, and every horse in town bowed its head. Nobody laid where the law had sworn, just a black coat hanging on a thorn. The preacher said, don't speak his name. The hangman said, don't touch that chain. Then the jailhouse cracked and the west wind moaned. The law won't find his bones. The law won't find his bones. No grave, no stone. He walked through fire and came back alone. He's dust in the thunder, smoke in the unknown. You can hang his shadow, but the law won't find his bones.
black hat low and a butcher moon. The cardman froze when the spurs hit wood, and the bartender whispered, "This ain't good." He said, "I came for the men who lied, the ones who smile when my brother died. I ain't here to drink, I ain't here to stay. I'm just here to drag your sins away." The courthouse bell split clean in two. The candles burn with a flame gone blue. And somewhere deep where the devil groaned, even hell couldn't count his bones. The law won't find his bones. No grave, no stone. He walked through fire and came back alone. He's dust in the thunder, smoke in the unknown. You can hang his shadow, but the law won't find his bones. I heard the law read my ending. I heard the dirt call me home. But a man with unfinished vengeance don't belong to worms or stone. So tell the judge I'm still walking. Tell the devil I'm still owed. Tell every coward hiding tonight, I remember every road. No pine box, no holy ground. I was buried once, but I didn't stay down. Inside the jail. When the night rides west and the red wind moans, lock your door and say your prayers. The law won't find his bones. Won't find his bones. Whiskey for the wicked at the end of Dead Man's Creek, where the floorboards talking riddles and the guilty never speak. He walked in wearing black dust with a scar across his grin, said pour one for the living and three for dead men's sin.
would not look him in the face. Whiskey for the wicked, fire for the damned, blood on the bar top, judgment in his hand. He don't drink for mercy, he don't toast the grave. Whiskey for the wicked, and hell better behave. The judge buried the truth. The sheriff sold his pistol for a sinner's polished boot. But that outlaw kept the ledger in the burn marks on his skin. Every name that did him wrong was carved somewhere within. The mirror cracked behind him, the church clock missed a chime. He said, I've come to settle what you borrowed from my life. Whiskey for the wicked, fire for the damned, blood on the bar top, judgment in his hand. He don't drink from mercy, he don't toast the grave. Whiskey for the wicked, and hell better behave. I ain't here for forgiveness, I ain't here for gold. I came for every coward who left my blood cold. So pour that bottle slow, let the wicked taste it first. Tonight the truth is thirsty, and judgment's got a thirst. Raise that glass, say my name. The wicked drink fire when the dead man came. The grave. Whiskey for the wicked, and hell better behave. Whiskey for the wicked, smoke in every glass. One shot for the future, two shots for the past. When the last glass shatters and the saloon lights die, the wicked meet the bottle with the outlaw standing by.